Good Monday morning. I've got things going on here today. Oh, and I don't know what people are doing. You can't see, but there's smear marks all over my door. Can you see if I stand back? No, you still can't see it. One thing I'm going to do is going to go outside and water my flowers. So I bought all different kinds of mums, and there's a mum over here. But see these things? They have water. I just think it's because it's very cold outside now, and they're tropical plants. We haven't had any frost yet, that's why they're still alive. But it's been cold enough that I don't think they can handle it. So I'm going to go get my scissors and just cut all of that back. Or I wonder if I can pull that out and just throw it out. I'll have to see. And then I gotta clean this because I have some people coming here today. I have my electrician is coming to fix my well, he's not to fix. He's got to make sure all of our plugs and everything in the family room are okay, because that stove uses, the stove guy told me, about 7 watts of electricity, but usually like a whole room is on a same circuit. And see, we use that lamp, then you have this, then there's that lamp, and these 4 lights are all plugged behind here with the phone. And then we have a plug behind there and a plug behind there, which you could plug the stove into there. Oh, and not only do I have a lamp here, I have my computer. See all this stuff that's plugged in? And then if I plug this in, you know, we could start getting into trouble where, you know how you can pop a breaker? And I don't want to pop a breaker, you know, trying to use the stove. And especially during the holidays when I have my Christmas tree over here and stuff going on right there, you know, I don't want to pop any breakers. So I've got to get the electrician out here today. He'll be here at 9:30. And then Steppenwolf, that's his name. That's his real name. Like Steppenwolf, the band, but it's not Steppen, it's Steffen with an F-A-N at the end. But anyway, he's a kid that does our power washing. We have a power washer and we power wash, but we power wash the low stuff. But because, you know, you got to get up on the ladder to get the high stuff on the house, we don't even bother with that anymore. We just call him to do it. And then I got to call my garbage people. I got to, they should be open now. I need to call them. I'm going to have a dumpster. I was going to call a junk guy to come and haul stuff away. But I told Harry, I said, for the same price that you'll pay a junk person to haul stuff away, you can get one of those dumpsters dropped off to your driveway. And then I can throw even more stuff away. Because for every bit that you get people to haul away, they go by how much the weight is and everything. It's expensive doing it that way. So if I can get that dropped off tomorrow, my plan is tomorrow to get outside to that shed and get it all cleared out. So I'm just leaving the tractor, a few garden tools, and then all the Christmas decorations will be in there. Plus, like when I put the cushions and stuff away outside. That's what's going to go in that shed. And then I'm going to clear out my garage. If I can't start that the day the dumpster arrives, I'll do that the next day. And then there's some things downstairs in my basement, and Carly's off on Thursday. She's going to help me clear stuff out from the basement and throw a bunch of stuff out. I mean, stuff that we've brought from house to house, moving. And even though we've thrown things out before, you know how you will accumulate things anyway when you're living, you know, in your home, because you're always buying new things. But some things you just hang on to it thinking you'll use it somewhere down the road. No, you don't use it down the road. That's the thing. I know that when I've done changed out my decor in my home, I've saved things so that when my kids moved out and had their own place, you know, that they could take dishes and glasses and wall hangings and stuff like that. And I had 2 kids that left and they never took anything. So they didn't want to. So I got all that stuff that I saved really for nothing. Good morning, fishies. And they're probably hungry now. They haven't been fed yet. So anyhow, that's what I'm going to be doing here this week. Clearing out the shed, clearing out the garage, clearing out the basement, and then if I can get all that done, I want to buy one more of those big storage racks that you can put, those storage shelves that you can get like at Costco. I think they hold like up to 2,000 pounds. I need one more of those, which means I got to go to Costco and go get one. Okay, so here's this shed. I got a lot of stuff in here. So that's Joe's Christmas tree that we brought here and just kind of plopped it in here. But I'm out here actually looking for some more harvest things that I can put out on the front porch. But see, like, we don't use this lawnmower anymore. It's been sitting here for years. We don't use it. That's got to be thrown out. Like, that's got to be thrown out. I'll keep my spreader. This is the rototiller. We'll keep that. That's an edger. That's our power washer. Like, we'll keep those things there. That's another power washer. My daughter brought this back from where she lived, so that works. It's a leaf blower. That's a leaf blower. But like, some of this stuff in here's got to be thrown out. This is our new thing that we got to put out there because that one is so weather worn. We never treated it or anything. So when we got our new shed, we ordered one of these. What is it? A ramp. Those containers there, they're empty. I'm probably not going to use them. I got to throw those out. These here are my old carpets, which I'll use those in the winter so that the girls, when they come back with dirty paws, that their paws stay clean. I wonder if that stuff and the girlies are working. But I have, I think, some other carpets back in there that they're old. There's a lot of stuff back in there. It's all junk. It's old stuff we don't use. A lot of that, almost all of that up there, I don't use it. So, and then this stuff back here is Christmas. So if I can clear this out, clear the majority of that out, even having space over here, that should be okay. And now I got to go see if that's stuffing. It was just my neighbor walking her dog. So, see, the thing is, I usually decorate my back deck. You guys have seen it before, but I'm not going to do that because my pergola is falling apart, and there's no sense in trying to make all that look really nice and all of that. I'm just not going to do it this year. So, anyway, I don't see anything here. I have my scarecrows, but I usually use those on the back deck. I don't know. I might take one or two of those to the front. This Happy Harvest thing, I probably won't use that. See, that's something that's kind of old. I'm probably just going to throw that out when I get my dumpster. Oh, and let me tell you about the dumpster. So I called my garbage people. They want to charge $100 just to bring the dumpster here. Then they want to charge $175 to take the dumpster to the dump. And then they want to charge $75 per ton or whatever to dump whatever I put in there. I mean, this could end up being $600 no, forget it. That's ridiculous. I mean, I could call one of those junk people to come for that much money and to haul stuff away. So, no, I won't be doing that. Okay, so here's the front porch now, the little changes that I did. And, so I took one of those pumpkins and put it there. And I have my scarecrow sitting down. It's a very foggy day out. And the camera's not really showing just how foggy that it really is. We're having bad visibility here. But anyway, I'm going out shopping. And then when I come home from shopping, my dumpster should hopefully be in the driveway or be close to being delivered to the house. And then after I get groceries put away, Adam and I are going to tackle clearing out the garage. They're calling for some rain today. I'm hoping that we don't really get it, or if we do get it, it's just like little sprinkles. But we'll be in the garage mostly anyway, so it'll be okay. Leaves are changing. Look at that. Look how pretty the leaves are. They're not showing up too pretty today because the sun's not out yet. I can see it's starting to peek through. It's not so foggy, obviously, over here. I mean, there's a little bit of fog, but not much. There's some autumn color over in there. It's not foggy over here at all. It's pretty colorful over there. And the Amish people, they took down their field over there. They plowed under all their corn. There's still some more corn stalks over here though. And those trees over there are starting to turn nice and red. This right here, hanging in those little white things there, that's tobacco. And this is an Amish farm here, and that's their tobacco, and they got it hanging in their barn over there. So I'm over here at the post office, and I went to see if they had any Christmas stamps out yet. And look, they have the peanuts. They don't have any other ones yet, just those. Good morning, friends. What's today? It's Wednesday today, isn't it? And today I'm going to, it's a no makeup day today, because I'm going outside to clean out my shed. I cleaned my garage yesterday and swept it out, and Brian and Adam came out to help me do that. One thing I didn't do, when we first moved here, we laid these cardboard boxes down from like moving boxes. I don't know why Harry wanted to do that, but I've got this big heavy box on there and the snowblower, so I should have had the boys help me move it, and I didn't, so for right now it will just stay there. And that's stuff here that Carly needs to do something with. That belongs to her. But look at my garage. Look at that. I even cleaned up my workbench. Well, not my workbench. This is everybody's workbench. Anybody that does any stuff with tools and gardening and things like that. And some of my paint I put down there. That's one thing about when you get dumpsters. You cannot put paint cans in your dumpster. Now, I don't know the rules here in PA, but when we lived in Illinois and we used a dumpster before, you can put paint cans in the dumpster, but you can't do it with just the paint in there. You have to put cat litter in there so that, you know, the cat litter absorbs all the moisture of the paint and it becomes a big glob thing. But I don't know, environmental changes have occurred over the last decade since the last time I ever had a dumpster. So I don't know if they allow that because they're really strict with any kind of chemicals. Like we had bottles that had antifreeze, that's antifreeze there. And like my Roundup and that, like when I'd get containers that had just barely any in there, and then I never threw them out because you can't even throw it out with your garbage because of the environmental guidelines and so forth. And so I collected a whole bunch of them. So what I did was I opened them up and I emptied them into just one container, and then because they were empty, then I could finally throw them out, and I got rid of a whole bunch of that. And the same thing with the antifreeze and oil, because Adam changes our oil, and so he had to pour oil into, you know, bottles and then discard the other ones. So, you know, they don't take any chemicals and things like that. Matter of fact, there's some things like back in here, like some of these, you can't see them, but like these things here, like, you know, the caulk and things like that, that they're so old they're probably dried, but I don't know if they'll take them. So I'm saving them until I can find out what to do with them. But I'm also saving paint cans too, because if you ever have to touch up. But anyway, we've done a lot of painting since we were here. Underneath here, all the way back, is paint cans. There's paint cans there and paint cans here. So I didn't discard any of those. If I would have, we'd still have even more room. So this is an eyesore to me, but this is Harry's dad's fishing tackle box. He was a huge fisherman. He's got a whole bunch of fishing stuff in there, and Harry wanted to keep it, you know, because it was his dad's. And the same thing with his dad's toolbox. I mean, the tools that are in there, Harry's got all those things, but it was his dad's. You know, you just want to hold on to things. So there were certain things that we had to keep. I junked some other things that, even though they were his dad's, I knew he was never going to use or anything. So, and then this is all the boys. They wash their cars here at home. Adam does the oil changes for everybody, so that's all of that. But, so here's, I've always wanted to paint this garage, and I don't know. I like to paint, but I'd have to move a bunch of all of this, and I'm just not in the mood to do it, so it's this way, and it will stay this way. Here's all potting soil mix and grass seed and stuff we need, and here's my 2 containers that I was able to get Roundup in, and then this is the Roundup stuff for the poison ivy. And now I have room all in here, everything's all hung up there. So let me show you now what the inside of the dumpster looks like. So yesterday was round 1, cleaning the garage. I'm getting ready now to go and clean out the shed. But let's look inside the dumpster, and I'll show you what we threw out. Looky. Oh my goodness. All of that was in our garage. And the thing is, what's in your garage? We'd be surprised, the stuff that we just toss in our garage thinking, oh, we'll just save this for another day and use it and all that. And then you never do, you know? So anyway, yeah, all of this, I hate to say it, but all of this was in our garage. So now it's time to go to the shed. So here I go. I'm going to drive into my backyard, because with my Pathfinder, I think it'll be much easier instead of walking around and so forth. It'll just be easier to load everything in the back here and then drive it to the dumpster and then just come back for however many trips that I need to come back for. Oh, I got that little block there because we filled in a hole that Lacey dug up over there with that little block, if you can see it right there. And I don't want to run over that. So anyhow, I probably should have just backed in. So here we go. Let's see how much stuff we can get out of it. I was going to lay my seats down to see how much stuff I could get in here, but I think it would be better working out of just a smaller space so I don't have to crawl in there to go get things. Plus then I have to take Alex's car seat out. So let's go look at the shed inside. Okay, so this is the before, what it looks like, and we'll see what it looks like when I'm all finished. So round 2 is accomplished. This is the new shed, and I think I showed you guys we had moved a bunch of wood pellets around and made some space here in the front on either side to store things. So our generator's still there. That's our pressure washer. This is an edger. Carly's rabbit stuff is there, Dolly. And only thing I put out here is like our bug killer and the cleaning solution for the pressure washer. That's the fill cracks in the driveway. 2 empty gas cans. These are my winter carpets because I just bought new ones. this last spring, so I'll roll those up and bring those out here and put these out for the winter so the girlies can wipe their feet. So it was nice having this extra shed to put things in, and there's obviously still plenty of room to get in here and get, and more than likely these all open, so we'll start with those and start pulling away like that, and the more bags to take away, obviously the more room you get. So I'll show you now. So this is the first shed, and I'll show you the second shed. Instead of calling them old shed, new shed, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to say first shed, second shed. So I just have to put the tractor back now. And Harry's got to take this. This, believe it or not, sat all the way up here at the top. But over time, it's sunk into the ground and everything, and it's all weather worn, obviously. That's why we have the new one. He's supposed to put that on this weekend. So I'll get the tractor in here. There'll be plenty of space over here. That obviously is going to be out hopefully this weekend down there. And my Chase lounge chair on my deck, I will lay that sideways here, and I should have a little space here to put one of my rocking chairs. The other rocking chair I have to throw away. It's all falling apart from the weather. I don't know why, but anyway, so we can put the rocking chair there. So I'll have a little bit of space here if I needed to put anything, but all of this here, and see up there, I have lots of room. So the cushions, when I bring the cushions in for the winter, I'm going to store all the cushions up there. And that frees up all this space. My goal is, after Christmas is over, when I put everything away, I should have room. I can maneuver things around a little bit, but I can stack all my Christmas trees. I'm wanting to put my Christmas trees, and I can stack them all the way up here. And then I should have a little bit of space here in the front and over in here that I can still stack, more crates up. So here's the shed now with the tractor in it. And I could even back it up further if I needed to. But so as you can see, I'm going to have plenty of room to get my Chase in here, my rocking chair, and still have a lot of room in front of this tractor that I can bring out my Christmas stuff. So I'm so happy about that. And now it's time for a shower and something to drink, because I am so thirsty I can't even tell you. I'm very thirsty. It's like my mouth is getting all pasty.